Train Eater is not here alone. All right, this is a Trevor Henderson animation made by Animator. Big shout out to them. Drop a like, subscribe down below. We haven't seen some Train Eater animations for a while, so hopefully you guys are excited for this because I am.
Daniel stood on the platform of an
This
abandoned
voice.
metro station and looked into the pitch darkness of the tunnel. It was cold and humid.
The
A
narrator.
strange red train with giant teeth.
Okay,
rushed
very
along the
casual,
rails at
right?
fast speed. It was the Train Eater. As it passed the platform, the monster slowed down. The train's eyes narrowed, and its mouth stretched out.
Come on, this is, look, dude, what? The mouth stretched out. And it did. I just licked my microphone. Probably what got me sick last time.
In a smile. In the window of one of the cars,
Water.
Vlad saw his girlfriend. She knocked on the glass and screamed. He rushed
Green
after
cup,
the
green screen,
train,
this is ugly.
But he was thrown back by a stream of air.
Probably gonna look like what does this look like? Does it look like I'm holding anything?
And the Train Eater went into the darkness, taking his alley with it. He screamed and suddenly woke up. It was just
What,
a
my
dream.
girlfriend?
It was telling him that he should not go back to the place where he had almost died and where he had lost his girlfriend. But a few hours later,
The way this dude's talking.
stood at the entrance to the abandoned metro station. He hadn't been here for a year since the Train Eater had stolen his fiancée. Now Vlad was here again because he was the only one.
Is he
who
talking
knew
like that
how
on
to get to
purpose?
the abandoned station. But a year ago, Vlad promised himself that he would never come down here again. But his three wealthy friends offered him money that he could just not refuse.
Lost his girlfriend.
So
Friends want to
here
go
he
see it,
was
so
again.
he take them.
Vlad's tourist friends started taking pictures and recording
The big
videos
killer
on
train
their
on its
phones.
way. But
After
see,
they've explored
it's not just
everything,
Train Eater, guys. There's
all
two of
Iris
them.
and Steve gathered in a circle and began to whisper to each other. Then one of the guys turned to Vlad and told him that they were ready to pay his double if he would take them to another station.
Oh my gosh.
Vlad said no, but his friends told him that they would go without him. So he agreed to do it.
Have a good time. Later.
They walked slowly along the rails, and their laughter and loud footsteps made echo. Vlad was trying to calm his friends down as much as he could.
The narrator, I feel like he's only one step away from like, yacht it. He's like gone into the tunnel and it. And then like we just all yacht it. And then we just got chomped on, y'all.
So happy that they couldn't contain themselves. A few minutes
I hear him again,
later,
that's what it sounds
the
like.
rails suddenly began to tremble. Vlad froze and raised his hand to ask his friends to be quiet.
So he's doing it anyways, and he's not even getting paid double.
Driving
They're
in
gonna
that
die anyways, so it don't even matter.
And its sounds were getting louder and louder. "We gotta run!" shouted Vlad, and everyone started running down the rails. Their flashlights were lighting up the tunnel in front of them. Vlad was running in front of everyone, and he was going so fast that he didn't notice an obstacle in front of him. He crashed into something hard and bumped back.
When you
Everyone
only thought
else
there was
stopped
one.
too. Their
Well, looks like a normal
flashlights were
train.
pointed at the rails in front of them, and they saw an old blue train.
Normal
The
train
that
versus-
was behind them started to slow
See, I don't think
down.
that's a normal train.
Vlad and his friends looked at the approaching train in fear.
Oh my god, that one looks
It was a
jacked
red
up.
train, and at first glance
It
it
ain't
looked
normal.
as any other train. Vlad took a few steps forward, and the group saw a strange driver in the train.
No,
His
come on,
arms were
guys.
spread wide at the sides,
Not a
and
driver.
he didn't have a face. Vlad's friends took out their phones and started taking
You're
pictures of the
done.
train.
You're all done.
Someone even suggested getting inside and taking a ride. At that moment, the red train
What the
suddenly
heck?
started trembling, and the group saw
It's dancing.
giant teeth appear and
Yeah.
eyes opening on each of the sides.
If I ever seen that in real life, I
When
don't
the
know.
transformation
I'd probably
was
record too,
complete,
and then throw my
they
phone because I'm
saw
not
the
gonna
train
survive.
leader. Iris screamed in horror. The four friends decided to hide in the blue train.
Looks like Thomas the Train modernized.
They jumped into the train and
This is so
watched the
stupid.
train eater.
It's gonna eat this
Train
train.
was looking at them through the glass with an evil gaze. Then it started trembling.
And see, what they don't
moving
realize is the blue
backwards.
train's also
So
alive,
everyone
right?
thought that the train
Watch.
was leaving to wherever he had come from.
But his girlfriend's inside
Vlad
that train.
decided to go inside the blue train. He walked along the train and lit his way with a flashlight. Slowly, he started to notice that there were clothes, bags, a telephone, and even toys lying around the train.
You're done, dude.
He walked into another train car and saw animal skeletons.
Skeletons!
And then he finally realized
His dramatic
they were
voice is
inside
so bad.
another train eater.
Oh yeah,
Vlad
y'all are in
turned
between the
back
two
and
eaters.
ran to his friends, but the door was locked. He heard terrible screams. His friends
They're
begging
done.
for help. Vlad started kicking the door as hard as he could, and it opened slightly. So he grabbed its edges with both hands and pulled. The train's floor turned into an unsteady swamp that his friends were drowning.
That's gross, dude.
Paul's hand was sticking out of the
No
swamp,
way.
but it was slowly sinking down. The
Oh,
rest of his body was already inside.
like
Steve
no
was stuck up to his
way.
very
I'm sorry,
nose
but it's like
and was
the
trying
way
to
he's
lift his
talking
head
is
up to
killing me,
inhale.
man.
Iris was holding on to the edge of the window and begging for help.
This is how he would. This is how he would talk about me drinking this water. He slowly lifted the drink. It's the drink that the audience couldn't see. And when he took a swig, he almost died. But he didn't die. The slime went down his throat and it bubbled. Okay, sorry, that was a little much, but that's how he would say it, right?
Vlad gave her his hand and started pulling her hand as hard as he could. But strange tentacles started to come out from the swamp and pulling the girl down. And some of the tentacles were even almost touching Vlad. He focused and pulled Iris super hard
That looks
and
disgusting,
managed
dude.
to
Don't
get her out.
train booger's gonna
They
touch you.
fell down on
Is his
the floor.
girlfriend?
Vlad noticed that the train's floor turned solid and now looked normal. But a strange build-up in the shape of a driver had appeared. Now he was certain
Well,
they were inside another train eater. And it was going
Here we
somewhere
go.
super fast. Vlad and Iris started trying to open one of the doors
It's
or
just
window,
built on train
but
eaters
nothing
everywhere.
worked.
What in the world?
Suddenly, they saw the red train they'd seen before on the rails. It was going to crash into them. Iris came back to her senses
wouldn't
and
believe
said that if the train was
It's
alive
no
and had a mouth, then it
way.
also needed to have something on the other end for the food to come out. Vlad thought that was very yucky to think about. He didn't really want to climb out through the monster's back door.
What am I
Their
watching?
blue
I only
train
wanted to see
gave
Train
a
Eater versus
whistle,
Train Eater, red versus
and the
blue,
red
but like this
train
guy's narration
took.
skills are impeccable.
They were about to crash soon. Iris and Vlad ran
Right
to the
when
end
it gets
of the train,
crazy.
trying to open different doors.
But the doors go on
Fortunately, the train wasn't too long, and in a few moments, they were already in the last carriage, at the end of which there really was a small door. They stepped back and then ran on the count of 3. They knocked out Train Eater's back door with their shoulders and fell out to the rails. At that moment, 2 Train
I'm
Eaters
sorry.
crashed into each other.
What? That's not what I.
Iris and
No,
Vlad
that's
heard
not.
grinding of metal, and so sparks come out from under the wheels of the train.
Eat him!
Vlad realized they were close to a station. He got up and got back to the marble floor. Iris followed him.
Iris is probably not even alive.
They
She's probably
ran
been dead for
across
years.
the platform.
Unless that's
and
not his
saw that
wife.
the
I'm
blue train,
lost.
the one they jumped out of, was slowly going back. His driver cabin was really crashed, and there were tears coming out of his eyes. The
Out of his
other train
eyes?
eater was approaching him. was
Oh,
also crashed.
eyes on the
Not as
train.
much. When the two monsters were facing each other, the red train got up high in the air like a huge
What the
caterpillar
heck?
and crashed the blue
Oh
train.
my god, did he
where
say like a
Paul and Steve
huge
died
caterpillar?
With all its weight.
What
The
am I
crashed
watching?
train started trembling and then stood still.
Well,
The
a
monster
typical story.
let out a loud
No, bite him!
celebratory scream and went back to the tunnels.
No, that is not the sound of a
Alice
train
and
eater.
Red looked into the darkness and then started walking up back to the town, still thinking about the death of Paul and Steve.
Wait, maybe that... Okay, that's not his girlfriend.
Now stay inside the train eater forever.
Well, now you know why. Didn't want to show him, alright? Well, guys, if you did enjoy this video, even though his narration skills really had me looping, alright? Don't forget to drop that like, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys